Have you ever done something you felt so bad about that you carried it for a long time? Maybe you're still carrying it. Well, that's what I want to talk to you about today. Forgiving you. It doesn't matter what it was. If you are not able to forgive you, then you are summoning others to treat you poorly. And I need you to get this so that you can forgive you, release it, and get on with life. Because there's no reason to hold yourself hostage for anything you've ever done. Ready? Okay. This is a reciprocation. I'm giving information, and what I'd like from you is for you to subscribe, like, comment, share, hit that notification button so that you know when I drop videos. Okay, so forgiveness. It's a big topic. I will address forgiveness in general and how we treat it with other people. But today I want to talk to you because I've come across, it seems like things come in themes. There are waves of how life is treating people or what they are allowing in. So this forgiveness of self is huge. When I opened up, I said, if you don't forgive you, you're basically opening yourself up for other people to treat you poorly. It is because nobody can ever treat you any better than you believe you deserve. And if you are treating you poorly behind something you've done, then it's basically saying to the universe, this is what I deserve. And if that's what you believe you deserve energetically, you're attracting, you're inviting other people to come and mistreat you. So let's deal with this forgiveness. Let's deal with, and in order to deal with forgiveness, then we have to look at life in a broader perspective. Okay, so humans are the only species that punishes ourselves and others over and over and over for the same offense. And very oftentimes the ways that we treat ourselves is in response to how we've been treated. So if you're being hard on yourself and you are finding it difficult to release yourself from anything you've done, then it's likely that you have been criticized for an offense more than once. There are other people in your life who have not released you for the things that you've done, which makes this a much broader situation, right? Until you can release yourself, then you'll never get to the point that you are self-loving enough to not accept others' abuse. Because that's what it is. Let's just call this spade a spade. It's abuse. Here's how you know you can forgive yourself for something. If you did something in a space in time when you were a particular way, or you thought a particular way, or you did certain things and had certain habits and ways of being, and you are no longer that person, yet you are allowing others to hold you hostage to it, or you are holding yourself hostage to who you used to be, what you used to do, what life was like in a space. I know too many people who lived a certain way, may have done something that was horrendous. It really almost doesn't matter what it was. If you are no longer that person and you've grown from that space, then you have to release you. But you have to grow to the point that you can. So, if you have offended another, then by all means. If that person is still around and you can go and apologize for it, and it's something you believe you need to do, I'm pausing because you have to believe you need to do it in order to go and do it. If that will help you to release the guilt, then it is in your best interest to go and do it. I personally do not believe that when I come to a space in my grown womanhood, when I recognize that and I've grown to the point that I look back at something and say, "Oh, I could have done that differently." I don't feel the need to go run to every person that I've ever wronged, find them, and bring up something that happened 20, 30 years ago. I don't feel the need to do that. And this is going to be a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people, and some people are just going to choke on it or just reject it altogether. You don't owe anybody of your past anything, especially if you've grown from that space. We are each responsible for our own development. Now, here's why you don't owe anybody anything. Because mistake is a myth and failure is fiction. We don't make mistakes. We do the best we can in the space that we're in with the information we have. All of us. So the people you think you've offended, they've offended others too. They may not have done it the same way, but it's part of life. Mistake is a myth. You did the best you could. Failure is fiction. We miss it to make it. That's how we learn. So if you feel like you need to do it in order to move on, then go find them. Otherwise, just get on with life. No, nobody's holding you. Well, you might be around some people who are holding you hostage to your past and the things you've done. And in that case, I say find some different people to get around. And no, it doesn't matter what relationship they are. Sometimes it's those who are closest to you that can do the most damage. Not sometimes, hell, most times. Because those are the ones you care the most about. But it's often when you put enough space and time between you that it'll make the difference. Other times that space and time will show you that you don't really need that anyway. Whichever way it is, it's your responsibility to love you more than anybody dislikes you for whatever reason. All right? Guilt, shame, they're horrible emotions. They drag you down and you will never reach your fullest potential. There are three things, and I've written about this and been teaching it for over 20 years. Three things that you must always give to you. And you give these to, you're willing to give them to others, but you need to give them to you continuously. Compassion, acceptance, and forgiveness. Go easy on you. Love on you as you would a small child. This is how you start to heal those inner wounds. And you deserve it. Yes, you do. And if you don't believe it, it's time to start doing some mirror work, baby. It's time to get a mirror. Hold that thing up. Look yourself eyeball to eyeball, and I mean it. Because there is something about that eyeball to eyeball contact that lets you know that you are more than this. You're more than flesh and blood, baby. And it is that spirit connection, soul to soul, when you are able to look at you, that you can have the kind of compassion that you desperately need, that others may not have given you. But when you start giving it to yourself, then others will start to give it to you too. Promise you. It may not be the people around you, but you'll find others who will. Compassion, acceptance, accept you, everything you are, everything you've ever done, everything you've ever been. Because all of those things are what led you to where you are and who you are. And the only way that the things that you don't like about your past will become your footstool is to be able to integrate them into your life to where they will no longer negatively affect you. That's your work. That's your work. We all have a past. And the past is not something to be ashamed of. It's something to integrate. That's all. When you can integrate your past into your present, then your future gets brighter, I promise you. Okay, that's what I came to say today. That's what I came to give you. Except one more thing. I am going to challenge you with this little tidbit of information. Take the words compassion, acceptance, and forgiveness. Get a sheet of paper. Ask yourself, how have I been hard on me? What are the things that I can't seem to forgive myself for? List them. And then you get a mirror. You go to the mirror and you start to talk to yourself about those things. Rewrite that script. You did that, but if you had to do it today, how would you do it differently? Because that is how you start to have acceptance for who you are today. And then to have compassion on who you used to be. And those things will fortify you so that you can get forwardly focused and create the kind of life that you want, the future you want, rather than living in the rearview mirror. Because the past is done, baby. You did it. And it's okay. You're still here. And as long as you can still learn, which is the end, how I usually close, then you have a better life ahead of you. Okay? All right, that's it. Again, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, share, comment, turn on the notification bell. It's your life. Choose it just as it is. Own it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Change it. As long as you can breathe and learn, it can get better. Bye for now.